Hello viewers, welcome to my tax corner. My name is AJ Kumar. I'm an accountant, a CPA. Today we'll talk about the difference between an employee versus a 1099 contractor. Why a lot of people are trying to issue 1099s? Why companies don't want to hire employees? Why a small business prefer a 1099 contractor? And why do the state care? Why do IRS, the federal government, care about it? First, let's understand the difference. Who is a typical 1099 contractor and who actually is seen as an employee by the IRS and the state? The first factor, is this person working at your premise? Does this person has to come to your office to do the work? If this person has to come to your office to do the work, typically it's an employee-employer relationship. The second factor, does this person has to do the work himself or herself, or can they assign this work to somebody else? For example, when a small business hires me as an accountant, I don't have to do these accounting services myself. I can have somebody else do the accounting services. So I don't have to perform the services myself. When an employee, when somebody has to do the services themselves, is typically an employee-employer relationship. The next factor, do they have the right to terminate this relationship? If the employee can leave the job without actually incurring any losses, that's an employee-employer relationship. All these factors that we are discussing, they are seen in totality. None of these factors, so we have 10 factors that the IRS, the state will typically look at, and all these factors are considered in totality. You can't really be looking at just one factor and decide that this employee or this contractor is working for you. The next factor that the IRS will consider is set hours. Say when somebody hires my accounting services, I don't have to work for them between 9 to 5. That's a contractor relationship. When somebody has to work set hours between 9 to 5, 10 to 2, that's typically seen as an employee-employer relationship. Again, not one factor is considered when it comes to deciding employee versus 1099 contractor. We look at the situation in totality. First, we'll help you understand who is employee, who is 1099 contractor. Then we'll discuss the implication of each type, and then we'll come back to see why does the state, the IRS care about it. You have to also see if this person is paid by the hours, paid by the day, paid a fixed salary. A lot of times the contractors gets a fixed amount of money. I'll do your taxes and I'll charge you $500. As opposed to an employee-employer relationship where people are paid certain amount of money per hour, per day, per pay period. All these factors are considered when we decide between an employee versus a 1099 contractor. Now take a huge step back now. Why do the government care? How does it matter to them? Why do they push that this contractor should be an employee? When you have an employee, you pay certain taxes. So state have SUI, SDI, FLI, state unemployment, state disability, family leave insurance. On the other hand, IRS, the federal government, has social security taxes and the Medicare taxes. You know, social security taxes is 6.2% paid by the employee, 6.2% paid by the employer. Medicare taxes 1.45% is paid by the employee, 1.45% is paid by the employer. In a 1099 contractual relationship, all this tax burden is pushed to the contractor. Now it's harder for the state to chase these individuals down. It's easier for the state and the IRS to come behind the business. Hey, this contractor should have been an employee. Now you owe me the social security taxes, Medicare taxes, SUI, SDI, and FLI taxes. So a lot of times state, the IRS, all these government authorities will push the small business and will decide in favor of the employee as opposed to the 1099 contractor. Now, before we wrap up, please understand, a 1099 contractor is still expected to pay a lot of these payroll taxes. And for 1099 contractors, these taxes are referred as self-employment taxes. So why do we care if the self-employment taxes have to be paid anyway? All the self-employment taxes are paid on the net income as opposed to payroll taxes which are paid on the payroll. Consider an example. If your small businesses are making $100, the payroll is $60. After taking all the other expenses, your net profit is $20. So self-employment taxes are going to be paid on $20 on the net profit as opposed to the payroll taxes which will be paid on $60. So government ends up collecting more money in terms of payroll taxes as opposed to self-employment taxes by classifying contractors as an employee. I hope you liked this episode. Until next time, please email your topics to me, akumar@saicpaservices.com. That is akumar@saicpaservices.com. Thank you for watching.